Let's start. So, well,
Uh,
I select Frédéric Chopin. It's a pianist, and the reason why I select him is because he reminds me of a special person. Yeah, a nice person. So,
okay.
a little of his life. He born in the 1810, and his death date was in 1849. He born in Poland and he died in Paris, in France. Um, this picture show us that Poland, where is Poland, and it is near to Germany, to Czech Republic, and also to I, Ukraine. So uh, I make this this comment because I thought that Poland was far away, but no, it's actually near. So, um, well, a little bit of his artist um, performance. He started to compose complex music at the age of 7, and he started to play for the nobleness at a young age. Yeah, but there is something interesting about him because he didn't matter what people in Poland said about his work. Yeah, he thought that the big leagues and the real critics were in Vienna or in France. So time after, he's going to travel to Vienna and to France to show his music. So I yeah. So music influences was this sixth one, and it is important to bring into account that all of them are related to piano or instruments that in a visual way are like a piano. Yeah, but I'm not a musician, so I don't know how to uh, I don't know the specific differences between them. So his special his work was especially influenced
Influence.
by Mozart and Sebastian Bach work. Yeah. So one of the most interesting things I find about Chopin is the uses of the fioritura. And I don't know if you come from a musician family, do you know what is a fioritura or not at all?
More or less. Like, I mean, I skipped like the music lessons
Okay, so
because I don't like it. So you can tell me.
okay, like basically, well, what I understand is basically that a fioritura is when you combine a group of notes and you start to play them faster, yes, than the rest of the song, yeah. And it is that like an ornament take from opera and Polish music, folk music, yeah. And here's an example. We are just going to hear the first 30 seconds for know what is a partitura and how it sounds like. This is a partitura. Did you realize that he started to play faster? Yeah.
Yeah, because as far as I know, to add something to your explanation, fioritura is also an ornament, as you say, but braiding in an improvised way,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the one that is executed,
Yeah, it's
like
born from improvisation.
interpreted like second, like his own like taste,
Yeah.
or it's because I don't remember the word of criterio in English, so his own taste.
Yeah,
Criteria,
I,
yeah.
I actually I actually when I was doing the presentation and the research about his work, I realized that there are some people that try to to translate the fioritura to a, I don't know, mathematical way. For example, you must to divide the case of of the keyboard in this way and use the right hand for the middle of the notes and the right. But in essentially, fioritura is born of improvisation. Yeah, it's from the heart, I think.
Mm. Yes, yes.
And well, there is another example of fioritura, but in this case is in a
Singing.
song, in a yeah, like in a singing way. So okay, so this is the fioritura in opera, for example. And I also wanted to put here this paragraph that say us where we can find fioritura in music. Yeah, like it is important to result back here because he is a influence in the Chopin's work. And well, for Chopin, having created a beautiful style of ornamentation wasn't all. He contributes with more things to music. So he took the big leagues the nocturne genre. The nocturne genre was created by John Field, and it is a genre that is inspired on the night, and for that reason, it is something like nostalgic, something calm, something so sentimental, very sentimental, yeah. And that is why the music of Chopin wasn't good received, yeah, in Vienna, because people in Vienna at the time preferred the dance level music, but Chopin music is more calm, more sentimental, more deep, yeah. So second, he essentially established a new genre with his own set of freestanding preludes. This is important because when he catch tuberculosis, he didn't stop his work and he continued making compositions. So even some critics says that some of his better compositions are date they or no that correlates when he had tuberculosis. And finally, he explored the poetic potential of concept of the concert etude. What I find, basically, an etude is when you focusing on one skill and you become a master in that specific skill. So that is why some people consider Chopin a master of piano. Here
He
is,
is.
tell
He
me.
was. He was.
Yeah,
I also believe he was a master of piano.
me too, but maybe there are people that say, no, he's not, blah, blah, blah. So, and here's the what I consider the mix of Chopin's style, a bit of improvisation, passion, and non-conformity of the music of the time. And even I put here the critic that made Leon Scudier, that was a very respectable critic of music at the time. Um, well, another trait of Chopin is that he just focused on piano, and yeah, he made compositions for a group of instruments, but it is a minimum, yeah. And it is important because at this time it is was common and it was the like the mode that composers make his work from an entire orchestra or a group of instruments, but Chopin is just focusing on piano, sorry. And well, a bit more of his style. He used the entire range of keyboard. If you watch a concert, a piano concert, you can realize that some artists just use a part of the piano, the middle or the right side or the left side, but just a part. Chopin tries to use the whole keyboard. In the second one, I think that you are going to know what it's about because I put it here just in case that somebody knows more about music, but I actually don't know because I'm not a musician. I'm just a consumer.
I understand a little bit. I understand a little bit, so I have an idea what is referring about, but it's not like I can like explain it well.
Okay, but I think that it helps you to know the the magnitude of his work. Yeah.
Well, something to add that actually is really good of Chopin is that making a song or have a melody and instrumental piece just in piano is how you know the song is good because it maintain itself if you can play it in piano and it doesn't change if you also played it with a lot of different instruments. So that's why Chopin has like a lot of reconnaissance because his instrumental pieces, his music was like he just need the piano. He didn't need to how to say it, like ornament all the instrumental with
Other,
a lot of
yeah.
orchestra.
Yeah, like the other instruments, he just needs
Yes.
the piano. Okay, okay, I didn't know that. Thank you.
Also, that in this form nowadays, you know if a pop song is going to be good or not.
Okay, it is okay. It is wow. Thank you. I didn't know that. So, well, another trait of his style is the swiftly repeated notes that correlate with the contrasting rhythms that gives beauty to his work and the use of fioritura. An extra is that he didn't like much to present concerts. He just made theory, and even when his work is over 2,000 works, and after leaving Poland, he never saw his family again. And you can find him in Spotify. That is the playlist.
That is the playlist. Wow. I mean, it's very interesting because